Hello data geeks, welcome to the Cloud EML YouTube channel. I am here today with yet another interesting case study of Power BI, that is the fashion e-commerce sales analysis. Today we are witnessing the massive growth in online shopping platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, etc. So here we are going to analyze the sales data for the year 2023 of those platforms, focusing on fashion category and find the insights that will help stakeholders to improve the customer experience, targeted advertisement, and predict the trends in year 2024. So the problem statement we are going to solve or look into is that the objective of this analysis is to comprehend and analyze sales data for from diverse e-commerce platforms catering to both men's and women's fashion product of the year 2023. As told earlier, we are going to look into the fashion category specifically, focusing on different platforms available in the India. By synthesizing trends, patterns, and performances across different platforms and product categories, the aim is to derive the actionable insights to optimize sales strategies and maximize revenue for year 2023. This is one of the main focus for the stakeholders to maximize the revenue based on the sales of the fashion items, focusing on the performing items that are in trend in the year 2023. Here I have provided the data set under this e-commerce data set. You can access the data set by clicking on this e-commerce data set and you will be redirected to the data set from the G drive. You can download this data set from here, and the XLSX files will be downloaded to your local system and then it can be pulled to the Power BI desktop. You will get the download option in the by clicking in the file and the download, and the extension is .xlsx, that is Microsoft Excel. You can see that the download has been started and it can be saved to the local directory. The part the part of the pulling the data in the Power BI desktop and continuing it will discuss in the further part. Let us see what the dataset is. The dataset encompasses orders placed by customers across various e-commerce platforms including Myntra, Ajio, Amazon, Flipkart, Nykaa, Misho, and others. It encompasses a wide range of fashion items covering categories such as jeans, footwear, ethnic dresses, kurtas, saris, sets, tops, and many more, catering to both men and women. As we have seen, the dataset consists of various e-commerce platforms along with the fashion categories covering a wide range of fashion items towards both men and women. Let us directly see what the columns and details are given in the dataset. Hope you have downloaded the dataset from the link given in the description or in the documentation. Here we can see that the dataset consists of multiple columns of index, order ID, customer ID, gender, age, and status. Channel consists of various platforms, that is Mintra, Ajio. The categories, that is set, western dresses, sari, and more. Here we have another column consisting size, quantities, the total amount, billing amount, the shipping city, state, ship postal code, and whether the order is B2B or B2C, that is business to business or business to customers. The description of all the columns has been given here, that is index is unique identifier for each data set, gender is the gender of the customer, age is the age of the customer, that can be used for finding the age group and targeting the customers of that age group through the advertisements and more. The date of orders consists of from January to December of the year 2023. The status, that is the order status, consists of cancelled, delivered, returned, and refunded. The channel, as mentioned, that is example Amazon and Flipkart. The size of the product is not going to matter much, but we will be keep it into consideration. The quantity and the amount is going to play the vital role to focus on the areas of the product categories that has to be considered for the year 2024. The city and ship state are also playing vital role to to find out the city and state contributing to the highest revenue of the sales. So, what are the benefits of this analysis, or why are we doing this? We are doing this analysis to gain the insights into sales performance across diverse e-commerce platforms catering to both men and women's fashion. Also, we are going to identify the popular product categories and discern customer preferences across genders. We are going to understand the purchasing behavior based on demographics such as gender and the age, that is, adults, mid age adults, and seniors. We have to enhance the inventory management and refine product assortment through this analysis by providing the certain information to the stakeholders. Also, the targeted marketing strategies with the help of advertisements or the product categories can be helped to increase the revenue. The customer satisfaction and retention through personalized offerings can also be done through this analysis. These are the some of the recommended analysis which we are going to look after the data pre-processing part. In the data pre-processing part, we are going to create some columns or using the DAX function for creating some of the important measures to that will be much needed while we are creating the dashboard. Now, without wasting much time, let us directly jump to the data pre-processing part for creating the new columns. First of all, we are going to do data pre-processing with the help of Power Query Editor in the Power BI. Hope you have downloaded the data set and started the Power BI desktop. In the Power BI desktop, you can pull the Excel file with the help of Excel workbook here. If our dataset might be in other format like text or CSV, or can be SQL, or can be any other type of. But we have the .xlsx format, hence we are going to choose the Excel workbook and pull the data from here. You can pull the data from the location you have stored the data. Wait patiently till the data gets loaded, and then the navigator will pop up. You have to choose the data as the sheet name is the data in the Excel workbook, and then load it to the Power BI. Your data set will get loaded in the Power BI, and now it's showing here. The data set might take some time to load as it has huge number of rows, so the process might take some time, so wait for that. Once the proce- process will be completed, you will see the data here in the data pane, and you can see all the columns that has been mentioned in this data set. Now here in the table view, we can see the data set in the same tabular format as we see in Excel. We have to do certain modifications in the text data pre-processing, that is, we have to change the gender, like replace the values m with men and f with women. Also, we have to create the age group based on the ages, that 18 to 24 is youth, 25 to 40 is adults, 41 to 60 is middle aged adults, and greater than 60 is senior. And also, we have to create some measures like total sales and total quantities sold. Let us do that. First, with the help of transform data, we can use replace values to change the gender values f to woman and m to men. Let me show you how to do it. In the After clicking on the gender, the whole column will get selected, and in the home tab in the transform pane you will get replace values. You just have to enter m at the place of value to find and replace with main. After clicking OK, you can see that all the em values has been changed to main. Also, select the replace values again, and now value to find would be F and change it with woman. And after clicking OK, you can see the woman column, woman values are replaced in place of F. Now we have to create one more column named age group based on this age. To do that, we have option here add column, and there is one option called conditional column. For the after selecting the condition column, we get the add conditional column pane where we have to rename this custom to age group, and we have to pass some conditions as I told earlier. We have to take the age group take the age group senior for the people having age greater than 60. So we are going to select the age column. For that, we are going to select is greater than operator, and the value is going to be 60. Then after matching these conditions, the output is going to be senior. We have to add two more like this. So if else, we are going to choose the age column. Here uh, we are going to choose is greater than, and here it will be 40. For this, the output is going to be middle aged adults. Adding another one for the adults age group, we are going to select the age column for similar, and the operator is going to be greater than, and we will place here 24, and here the output is going to be adults, and else we are going to keep with youth. After clicking OK, now you can see the age group has been created. We just have to drag the age group after the age column so that we can get the better understanding of what we have did. Okay. Placing age group here, we can see 50 age is showing middle aged adults, 18 age is showing youth. Similarly, for 30, it's showing adults. Our Power Query editor task has been done here, and now you can save it and choose the close and apply option. So all the changes that has been made would be applied successfully. After that, we have to let us check the table view here and see that the gender has changed to men, woman, and the age group has been created at the last. One more thing we have to do here is we have to check the B2B and B2C. If it's yes, then the order is B2B, else it's a B2C. We have to replace it as well with the help of transform data. Like like gender, we have to choose the B2B column, choose the replace values, and if the value is yes, then we have to replace it with B2B, and for no, we are going to replace it with B2C. This is going to be useful while plotting the graph or plotting the column chart to understand the number of orders or the sale from B2C and B2B. Now close and apply, and the changes had been made in the tables. Now we have to create the measure for total sales and total quantity sold. For that, we have to choose the new measure and write the DAX function here. Let me show you what to do. We will use total sales is equal to and use the sum function. You after clicking on sum, you can get what we are going to pass. We have to pass the column name. The column name is going to be amount, as the sum of the amount is the total revenue for for the period of 2023. Similarly, for the total quantities sold, we are going to create a new measure and name it as total quantities, which is equal to sum of quantity. Here you can see the total quantities and the total sales has been plotted. Change this to card and you can see 21 million rupees was the total revenue for the year 2023 and the total quantities sold were 31,000. If we have to get the exact number, we can change these values to none and we will get 31,037. Okay. This is all about the data pre-processing part, and now we are going to look into the exact questions we are going to solve with the help of this data set. Now let's move forward to the documentation and see what questions we have to analyze. Now let us start to look into the questions and create the visualizations for the respective questions. First, we are going to create the visualizations for all the questions and then we are going to adjust it as per our dashboard, and then the final dashboard will be published with the help of Power BI. Hope you have brought the data to the Power BI and made the modifications as I shown in the earlier part. You have to save the Power BI file from here and name it as per your convenience. Also, now let us directly look into the questions and solve it. The first question asks us about the total sales revenue generated in the year 2023. So here we have the data only for the year 2023, so there is no need to apply the year filter and we can directly drag the total sales field in here. I'm going to delete this as we have done this earlier. You can change the visualization to the card and here we can see the total sales is 21 million. I'm going to convert the value from million to thousand so that we will get the better number. You can do it by with the help of visualization pane, and then we have to format the visual with the help of display units and making it to thousand. The total sales is 21,176,000. Like it's basically the combination of thousands. Now we are going to see the second question, which is we have to analyze the monthly sale trends across all platforms. We have to find the month that has the highest sales. We have to look into the sales per month. For that, we are going to make use of the date hierarchy which is already created with the help of Power BI. The hierarchy is basically consisting of elements like year, quarter, month and day. We are going to consider only month. Before that, I am going to drag the total quantities that we have created earlier with the help of DAX. Total quantities will be able to give us the idea about the sales per platform or per category while analyzing the questions. I'm going to change the value to none so that we will get the exact number, that is 31,237. We are going to adjust this later on so you can put it as it is for now. Now, our question is about the monthly sale trends in the year 2023. So, you can directly drag the date column or you can choose the month and then you can select the total sales. This will give you the table of the sales that happened per month from January to December. We are going to plot this with the help of line chart which will give us this visualization and give us an idea about the trend. Also, for the understanding of this exact sales that has been happened per month, we are going to on the data labels on the data labels which is available here in the visualization pane under the visual field. The data labels can be seen here. So the total sales for the January is 1.82 million, that is can be shown in the card that shows up when you put up the cursor over the January month. Similarly, for February, March, April, you can see that. I'm going to put this as it is, and the modifications in this will be done in the later part. Let us move towards the third question, that is, we have to conduct a revenue comparison between different e commerce platforms and we have to find which platform has the highest revenue. For that, we are going to see the data with the help of pie chart. To analyze this, we can select the channel here. Okay, sorry, don't select the chart and then select the column. I'm going to deselect the chart and now select the channel and then again select the total sales, which will give me the table consisting of total sales per channel. I'm going to select the pie chart for this analysis, which will automatically give me the details about the percentage of the contribution of all the channels. That Amazon has around 35.51% of contribution. The second Mintra has around 23.34. The Flipkart has around 21.6%. Similarly, for Ajio, Nykaa, Misho, and others. This has been done for the sales by channel. Let us see the next question, that is, we have to evaluate the sales performance for each product category. We have to find the category with the highest and the lowest sale. For this, we can use the clustered bar chart, which can give us an idea about the sales per category. I'm going to select the category and then the total sales, which will give us the table with the sales per category. For we are going to select the clustered column chart, which will be giving us the visual representation of the sales per category, that is set, kurta, western, top. This is the vertical. For I am going to make it horizontal with the help of horizontal clustered bar chart. This will be helpful for fitting the chart in the dashboard while creating it. Similarly, for this, I am going to turn on the data labels for to get the exact numbers of the sales through the channels. Now, let us move forward to the next question, that is, we have to determine the count of customers within each age group. Also, we have to find who has made the highest contribution in terms of both quantities ordered and total sales revenue. For this, we can use the tree chart. The tree chart, by selecting the tree chart, and we have to drag the age group column here, which we have created with the help of conditional column, and then selecting the customer ID and the and we have to make it as a count of customer ID. We have got the count, which we can see here by enabling the data labels here. This is the better representation of count of customers ID per age group. That is, adults are around 12.53 thousand, youth are around 5,423, seniors are around 3,746, like that. The next question roams around. We have to find out who purchased the mower, men or women. For this, we are not going to visualize anything. Instead, we are going to create the slicer for men and women. We have to select the slicer from the visualizations pane, and then we can select the gender here, which will give us gender men and woman. Similarly, for the next question, we have to determine the percentage of orders that are delivered, cancelled, returned, and refunded. For this, we have already used the pie chart here. So now I'm going to use the donut chart here for considering the amount of orders returned, delivered, and cancelled and refunded. For this, we are going to drag the status column here, and then we can select the count of index, that is by selecting index we have got the ratio or percentage of orders that are delivered, returned, cancelled or refunded. I'm going to adjust it as a small size. The next question is a bit interesting as we have to find the name of the city and state having the highest contribution to the revenue. For this, we have to use the DAX function as we have to only select the top one or the first state and the city having the highest sales. To do this, we have to create a new measure with the name of city with highest sales. In this, we are going to make use of filter function and max function. We can create it using city with highest sales is equal to, then we have to use the filter which is going to filter the values of ship city as we are going to find out the city having the highest number of or the most sales with the help of filter and values. Then we are going to consider total sales is equal to, and using the max x function, then we have to pass the values as ship city as we are going to find the ship city, and then we have to pass the total sales as it will be considering the total sales and ship city for as a max x. You can see I have made the mistake here and I forgot to close the values parameter here. So I have to close it with the parenthesis and reduce one parenthesis at the end so that the DAX function will be error free and now can be seen the city with the highest sales. Remember this function as we have to use this same function for state with the highest sales. The this function has been committed now and we can see the city with the highest sale by dragging it here and changing the visualization to the card. The city with the highest sale is Bengaluru, and also for the state we have to create the similar measure like city with the highest sale. I'm going to name it as the state with highest sales, and then use filter with the help of values, and instead of ship city I'm going to use ship state here, close the braces, and then the total sales column will be considered by getting the max from the max state from the total sales. We are going to we have to pass the two columns here. So I'm going to consider maxx function and then use the values function again by passing the shift state here and with the help of total sales and closing the parenthesis. Now we can find the state with the highest sales by dragging this here and then considering it as a card. We can see that the Maharashtra is the state with the highest sales. Now, moving towards the next question, we can see the next question is we have to identify the top selling products by quantity and revenue. Also, we are going to do this with the help of the visualizations and with the help of slicers. Also, we have to determine the number of orders returned by category and platform. The ninth and tenth question can be done in the same visualization with the help of charts. The 11th questions ask us to compare the revenue generated from B2B and B2C. For this, we have used the replace value of yes and no to the B2B and B2C. I am going to use the column chart for this and considering the B2B column which is here and the total sales function. We can see the B2C is higher and B2B is much lower. To see the value, I am going to enable the data labels in the visualization pane and the values for this can be kept as 1000 so that we can get the clear idea about the numbers. Here, our visualizations for all the questions has been completed and we have to create the dashboard so that we can answer all these questions properly. For this, we have to analyze all the charts and organize it in such a way that the dashboard should look clean and clear. Here you can see that the gender slicer is not organized neatly. To organize it, we can go to the visualization pane and under the slicer setting, we can change the shape of the slicer or the options with the rounded rectangle and then changing the layout to the two rows and one column so that we will get it in a single column so that it will be easier to organize it while creating a dashboard. All the visualizations has been plotted and can be used now. We can add one more slicer for the age group by selecting the age group column. Similarly, for this, we can change the slicer setting here with the help of shape to rounded rectangle and bringing it under the one column with the help of layout. I can create it under the one column and four rows as there are four options available. All the required things has been plotted here and now we can create the dashboard with the help of these details. Now let us go to creating the dashboard and then understand what the dashboard tells us and is it able to solve the questions or not. Let us create the dashboard out of the data we have visualized with the help of various types of the chart. First, I am going to name this dashboard as a fashion e-commerce analysis with the help of text box from here and adjusting it over the chart and at the top you can do as per your design and do the modifications. I'm going to keep it at the center using Times New Roman font and keeping the font size as 24. I'm going to name it as fashion e-commerce sales analysis in the font as Times New Roman and then increasing the font size to 28. You can adjust the text box as per your need. I am changing the background from here to color sky blue and then selecting the title and changing the font color to, let us see which color suits best, and then choose the color for that. I think this color might fit well, so I'm keeping it as it is for now. Let us adjust the elements that we have visualized. First, we are going to keep the total sales and the total quantities at the top left corner below the title. The total sales and the total quantities can be adjusted here. Similarly, I'm going to adjust the slicer of gender and age group below this. This is going to be our single column, which is going to be on the left hand side. Adjust it in the single column so that you won't face any difficulties later. Then let us drag the pie chart here so that we will get the analysis based on the channel. The total sales of B2B and B2C can be dragged at the top right corner, and you can adjust the size as the space you have in the Power BI desktop. Also, our line chart is going to be uh, besides the B2B and the B2C. The city and the state with the highest sales is going to be placed at the bottom. I am doing it as it's looking good and which can not be much affected while selecting the pen. Now we can drag the total sales by category below and adjust the size of it as well. Here we can see the city with the highest sales is not yet visible properly, so we can adjust the size of this and then increase the size of the city. You can adjust the size, but remember the charts must be visible properly because we are going to analyze based on those charts. Okay, here we have plotted all the things, and now we can see all the charts gets changed when we select any slicer or any channel. Now we have to modify few things such as renaming the charts, and for the total sales by channel I am going to rename it with the help of visualization pane, and the title is going to be revenue by channel. I'm going to make it bold and bring it to the center. Similarly, for pie chart, that is the status and the percentage of orders that are delivered returned. I'm going to change the title to status of orders. Here we can see the percentage of orders has been given for the orders that are delivered, returned, cancelled, and refunded. For similarly for this, I'm going to make the text bold and bring it to the center. For total sales by category, I'm going to rename it as sales performance by category. Sales performance by category, making it bold and bringing it to the center. For the number of customers by age group, we are going to rename this number of customers by age group. Making it bold looks makes it look clear and highlights the title of the chart. Similarly, you can do all the things for all the charts. I'm going to rename it as revenue from B2B and B2C. This has been completed now. Wait, one chart that is the line chart, we have to rename it yet, that is sales by month, as this chart gives us the sales by month. Here, our dashboard has been created successfully and now it can be used for answering or for different purposes to provide the information to the stakeholders. Here, the age group and the gender are remaining, so we are going to change the name here as well as age group and genders. Now we can see the slicer are working properly by selecting main. The total number of sales by mail are 7,764,000 and the total quantities were 9535, whereas women bought 13,563 and the total quantities ordered by women were 21,702. Similarly, you can analyze with the help of different age groups. Let us see if we can answer the questions based on that. We have to analyze the monthly sales trends across platforms and we have to find the month that has the highest sales. For that, we can do it with the help of selecting the channel. Suppose we have to see the monthly trend for the Amazon. In the pie chart, we can select the Amazon and then we can see the monthly sales trend of Amazon, where we can find out that April month has the highest sale for the Amazon. Talking about overall, March month has the highest sales in the year 2023. Similarly, you can answer the below questions with the help of charts by interacting with different visualizations. As shown earlier, we have also find out who purchased more, men or women. We have seen the big difference in the woman as buying the sales by women as compared to men. Here, our analysis has been completed and the dashboard is created successfully. I am concluding this project and I hope you have found this analysis of fashion e-commerce sales informative and valuable for your project that can be a great add-on to your resume. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. Share it with your colleagues and friends who might benefit from this information, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content like this. Thank you for watching, and make sure to stay connected with us for more such informative content.